BMW Z8 from beginning of this century, 2001, is something else. About 400 horsepower on just above ton and a half, so I think around 1,600 kilos. Good power to weight ratio, and one of the most beautiful BMWs ever made, in my opinion. Pretty much perfect blend of elegance and sport. I don't know, it's just something else. Something else about this car. Beautiful rear, it's so well blended. Almost has a bit of boat tail. Then here on the sides, a bit inspiration from Shark, I guess, but like still very elegant. Like, I love it just how they managed to hit that line, in my opinion, very, very nicely. It's a bit elongated base, not super wide. Let's go to the back still. It's probably inspired by boats as well. Anyways, it's definitely like, see, man, love being around it. So here it is inside. Yeah, definitely this definitely looks like it could be, you know, boat in the boat. The like steering wheel. Yeah, it's not like, it's just tad futuristic. I wouldn't even call it like, it's just, yeah, it's just well balanced, elegant car. It's so cool, man. Wonder how much one of these would cost today. It's hard to say. I don't know, when you're in used cars and you see price in credits, does it represent real price? Let me see if I can change the light a bit. Can't really read. What does it say there? What's the sound system on this? But it's so cool. So even though there are red LEDs there, it's still not, they're ever so gentle. So I like that. And who knows, maybe they can be changed as well. Let's see what we have here. We have sport mode. It's one of the things I wish Polyphony would implement, you know, that you could, if car has it, that you could like activate, you know, some of those options. Because yeah, if there's a sport mode, I bet it affects the drive, right? To some extent, anyways. But yeah, so very cool. So I guess this car has a roof. There's a, looks like, attachment point there. So that would also be cool if you could actually close the roof, but it is what it is. It's asking much, I guess. But here we go. Here we go. That's the look. So we're gonna explore this car today. I drove it and weekly event, and yeah, kind of forgot about it for a while and thought we should visit it. So let's read here: the highest quality and highest performance open-top sports car that also has the honor of having been a Bond car. Man. The Z8, announced in 1999, was a luxury open-top sports car that took its roots from the legendary BMW 507 in the 1950s, of which only 252 cars were ever made. It drew additional attention when its styling was shown for the first time in the world as the Bond car in the 19th 007 movie The World Is Not Enough. While the Z8 is a production car, it was positioned as a very special model in BMW, and they spared no expense in its creation. The base structure of the car starts by combining an extended aluminum space frame with aluminum paneling, an expensive undertaking that requires precision craftsmanship. The long nose, short deck layout, electric soft top, and a retro modern styling that utilizes a variety of classical details is the work of designer Henrik Fisker, who would later work on the Aston Martin DB9, then go on to create his own hybrid car company. We should check that. I guess it failed. Maybe it didn't. His design taste is consistent through to its interior, recreating the metallic interior panels of the 507 with composite panels and center I don't know how you pronounce this, gauge, I'm not doing it right. Meanwhile, fine leather is utilized unsparingly to create an interior fit for a luxury car. Mechanically, it takes its engine from the high-performance E339 M5 saloon, a 4,941 cubic centimeter V8 producing 394.5 horsepower and 51 kilogram force torque, and also shares the 6-speed manual transmission, front McPherson strut, and rear integral arm aluminum suspension. Because the car is 150 kilograms lighter than the E39 M5 saloon at the 1,650 kilograms, the 0 to 100 kilometers is a brisk 4.7 seconds, making it the fastest BMW in its day. Amazing. Alright, so they have it in this color. I guess that's how it was originally presented. That's their hero model, hero color. I like it. And of course it's blue like the sea. They actually didn't mention anything about the design, what inspired it, and whatnot. But anyways, I love it. So I got this option, and I got then, actually let me show you the red option. Oops, a wrong button. So this is pimped up version. Let's just see quickly. Get a bit more stiff. Then 20 front is okay. 310. So this one has, when pimped up, 671 horsepower, which is quite a bit. So it seems maybe, you know what, let's leave it as it is. It doesn't have any extra turbochargers. All right, so that's the car. We're gonna try and manage. Should probably put medium tires on it, because that's like, should we go to 330? Never mind, let's leave it as it is for now. All right, so I'm gonna get the tires before we drive it. So we're gonna test these cars. I already know they drive very nice. It's a German car, so I guess German road would be appropriate for it. Maybe we could do tourist layout just for the fun of it, for better role-playing experience. Okay, so sunset is offered. Sunset it is. Okay, this is kind of interesting. So twilight. That's so weird. Twilight. Twilight is basically sunsetted. This is almost like, I don't know, Scambit, right? But let's do twilight. Let's just see, do we have display settings? Everything is off, and then we'll do car settings. No, sorry, I wanted to see sys settings. Okay. And here we go. On the road again. So let's see how it sings. Okay. I didn't pay attention on the balance of the car, but I would think for, you know, it's relatively new car, so I would think they would balance it well. Oof. Oof. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not... I do wonder what sport mode does. But it probably just changes, you know, fuel map or something. I don't know. Oh man, that's so lovely. That was not good. But we carry on. One of the problems with testing cars like this is, of course, I mean, it's a racing game. So there's almost that urge to kind of race every car. And while this is a sports car, it would be more like an elegant, fancy tourer type of sports car, you know, for nice romantic weekends, things like that. Not necessarily for not necessarily for a racetrack, although you could take it to a racetrack and have a good time. But the point is, you would never, pretty much never drive this car like this on the road. So that has to be taken into consideration. But of course, that can be reason why it's fun to race, you know. So what happens, let me try and describe it. Basically, yeah, weight transfer. It's maybe a bit soft, which would be great as an everyday car. I bet it's lovely to own one. I mean, if they are reliable, but I would guess they should be. They said they put some machine they used before in it, so I would guess it doesn't have lots of problems. But then again, it's not a car you see often. I guess they didn't make them a bunch, or they didn't sell them a bunch. Possibly they were also very expensive, and it's also very niche market, I guess. This would be like more, I mean, yeah, in line with Porsche. Like more fancy Porsche. So I bet it had similar pricing. Who knows? But it's definitely softer than Porsche, and yeah, I bet it would be a better daily driver when compared to Porsche. But with still more than enough power, you know, to surprise. It's not too heavy, I like that, you know, it's just the weight seemed to be very reasonable, to be honest. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. No. That's a shame. That's a fun part of the track. But yeah, weight. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious about the weight distribution. Actually, curious to see it. I don't have a feeling it's bad necessarily. Oops. Oops. Come on. Okay, there we go. I'm guessing it's the softness, you know, of the car that it does it. So when you brake, it basically, that weight you can feel it. So it can throw your car off if you're not careful. But you know, as I said, it's not a car that was made for to be driven like flat out on a racing track, which is pretty much what I'm trying to do. But of course, if you find its limits, and they can be found very nicely. I mean, the car will not necessarily, once you get used to it a bit, I feel it's very manageable. Oops. It gives you plenty of room for correction. But I'm still kind of getting used to it, I guess. Okay, so what are we're on tourist layout. Gotta remember to. Okay. Brake at the end. That was okay. Exit. Let's see how far in red does it go to until 7,500 RPMs. And what's our speed at the moment? 250. Okay. We crashed. That was a bit much. I know it's just a game, but I don't really like hitting these cars. I probably should have just paused the game there. Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, it's a nice day. What? What just happened, man? They teleported me. I don't like that. But why? I guess that part is not like it. The game doesn't register it like a part of a track. So it just decided to move me from there, and it put me on the cones, I think. This is very weird. Let's see if we move. Oops. Move the car now. Yeah. The game just put me on the cones. Alright. I'm going back. I wanted to say hi to the boys. Virtual boys, let's see. Hello, hello. So they have ambulance here. It's cool. This is one of the tracks where you can actually kind of get a glimpse for the outside world. And there's a restaurant there. Again, all right. Anyway, it's a very, very cool car. Very cool car to have. Look at it, you can see damage there up front a bit. Just gonna try and continue for a bit more. Actually, let's watch the replay. But it's fun, I bet bet the second run would be much better now. I did hit the car there, which was also a bit funny. Again here, so you see, it's gotta be careful if you press. Oof. Okay, my bad. I touched the grass there. But if you brake too much, just a bit too much, you know, like more than a half, and you're not in a straight line, you will definitely feel it. Also, yeah, you gotta be careful on your inputs, and tighter corners you can't just flat out. But yeah, I'm trying to push the car here. This was with touching the grass with front right wheel, which gave us that nice little, let's see if we can do this, just with little braking, and then, no. Dude, it's such a cool car. I don't know. Altogether, I may be totally wrong, but I feel this car like would be so cool to own. You know. Like, it would give you good ownership experience. And I gotta say, like, once you start feeling it a bit, oh man. Like if this car, and that maybe happened actually, but if this car were on some time trial track, so you would have to lap it, you know, for at least, I don't know, 10 laps or something. To get your silver or gold. Oh, I bet it would be so much fun. Almost. Okay, anyways, it's fun. But let's not waste any more time. With 30 minutes in already. Okay. It took us 12 minutes. Oh yeah, that's because we stopped there. I was confused a bit, and it's a tourist layout, so that makes sense. And of course we made more than a few disastrous mistakes. But still, let's observe that vehicle. Oh, that was nice. Little camera tracking there. So yeah, the car goes. The car just goes. That was a first sign of things to come. Yeah, so you can see how it kind of gets out of balance if you get too aggressive with your inputs, but then again, yeah, as you start getting used to it, then you can use those little quirks in your advantage and start throwing the car around the corners. And crash. Now there is a sight. Camera is waiting. Oh, there we are. Cool sunset. We already see some damage on the car, and the lights, everything about the car is just I find it to be very nice. I'll have to go look up the guy that made the car though. Cool little drone shot right there. Definitely some nice visuals overall on Nürburgring. Too bad the car is so damaged. And actually I'm gonna predict it now. I'm guessing I'm gonna like this version more than a pimped up version. That one, while it will probably be much faster, of course, and capable in corners and things like that. Yeah, you lose that kind of everyday feeling. I mean, if we could call this everyday car in the first place. But you know what I mean, like road car. You lose that when you adapt it too much, so I definitely like the car's character. And it would also be interesting to kind of compare it maybe with Porsche or something similar. But alright, let's not watch all of this. More than enough for now, so let's go here and let's get those mediums. Let's put them on. This probably now goes to like 10,000 RPMs. And this sound is definitely different. I wouldn't go so far to call it nice necessarily. In fact, this has to be one of the ugliest sounds. Now that it's tuned up. Oh, it's got quite a kickback there. Oof. There we go, we managed to crash it. Trying to feel where the limits of the car are. Whoops. But yeah, it's much stiffer. Expected. Goes like crazy. It's gonna be interesting to watch. Goes like crazy. Jump there. Had to slow down there for that left turn. After that little jump, quite a bit. I'm gonna let go of the power pedal. Start braking a bit earlier there. Feels, yeah, it feels actually better than I expected. It's unbelievably capable, sounds awful, but handles that ridiculous amount of power very well. I do wonder, does this car have an option for engine swap? I doubt it though. I don't think it's a very popular car because I mean, yeah, it's like a James Bond car. It's like something fancy. Oof. But yeah, what's the connection? There's gotta be connection. Now I'm making connection. So that guy, I mean, of course, all these industries are connected by people through different But yeah, the guy, historically, James Bond used Aston Martins, you know, back in the day, and then they used this BMW, and then the guy that made this BMW goes to Aston Martin to make, what do they say, DB9, which is also a beautiful car in its own right. I love how Aston Martins look. I don't necessarily love how they drive, unless it's Aston Martin Vulcan. But yeah, I find Aston Martins usually too heavy. Not a big fan. Like I said, I think this is a good, I mean, of course this is much more powerful. It just shows you how limits of this platform and how good are they. How much more power can it really take? So I guess in a way it's quite a bit over-engineered from the start, which is good for safety. Yes. This is very cool. This is very, very cool. Keep getting surprised by some of these tune-ups. Some cars kind of disappoint when they tune up, when you tune them up. But this is such a nice surprise. And I actually kind of like it more. Of course, just as a driving experience. Because I wouldn't necessarily drive this on the street, you know. It's definitely more, I mean, you know, it's a track car. Where would you even drive this? Okay, let's see how fast can we enter. Oof. That was quite fast, but we did scratch it. But I think it was around 100 kilometers per hour there. I do wonder how that will look as well. Okay. We crashed. 43 minutes in, 7:39. Let's look at this. So, okay, so that wing at the back definitely looks a bit weird. Of course, I would never actually put something like that on the car. And it's one of the reasons, I guess, why car looks so spectacular. Because it has such a nice little bum that I don't know, would anybody do something like that today? But even with that nice little spoiler, it's still, I wouldn't call it ugly, you know. It does look a bit tacky, but it's alright. Like, even like this, car has its beauty. And I would definitely not call it ugly. So there was our first mistake, but now we're gonna start and test the speed. Look at this. It's ridiculously fast. What was it? It's like almost 800, I think, horsepower, something like that. I think it's 700 and something. Like, that's just crazy. That's just ridiculous. Look at it go. Yeah, kind of speechless, I guess. Alright, another one. Super cool handling. Custom suspension and settings around there definitely helped a lot with weight transfer and things. So if I don't know, we're what do they call them? It's not hydraulic suspension. It's of course it's hydraulic, but it's yeah, I don't know if it's adjustable on the fly. That would be cool, like on sports button, because that would definitely make a lot of difference, you know. To have it set up like a daily vehicle, more on the soft side, like pretty comfortable cruising, you know, traveling. Because imagine if you want to travel with this and you want to travel for, I don't know, you know, a few hundred kilometers a day. Like it better be comfy, you know. Go to the coast and coast. Coasting on a coast. Cruising. Alright. Alright. Even from the outside, I'd say the sound is definitely weird. I guess because it's, yeah, I mean, it's not supposed to be such a high revving machine. So the aspects that are yeah, it sounds weird. Let's see this. It's a great camera, actually. Oh. Almost, but yeah, that was a fun one. Let's watch it till the end, and there we go. Yeah. All right. Let's see. This is 732. So let's see. Actually, ranking board for performance points. Okay. So they should answer some questions. All right. So what we have here are actually some Porsches on the same track. Quite a bit better times, though we did make several mistakes. But look at that. Oh, that's RSR 991 from 17. What is that? Is that a racing one? I mean, that's so much better time, 30 seconds better time. With basically lower performance points, so that's quite amazing. So yeah, this car is actually, and it's also on racing mediums. So yeah, I don't know what's happening there. Anyways. Okay. What else is there? Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's no point in seeing this car. It would be cool if you could actually see it here on the track and walk around it. But you can't do that. So that's it, yeah. And final analysis. So yeah, it's 600. So it's not 700. Okay, so it's below 700 horsepower. But yeah, I knew there was a 7 there. It's still quite a lot. And do we see the ratio here? Oh, yeah, I also wanted to see. So balance is actually almost perfect, at least on this one. But I would assume it actually felt, the balance itself felt good. Even on the past one. But like I said, because it's so much softer than just braking. Yeah, if you brake too hard, it will throw you off if you're not in a perfectly straight line. Car settings. Yeah, so it's the same front rear weight balance. Very, very nice. I do wonder how do they balance it out. I mean, because it's such a huge displacement of the machine. So, like, what do they put in the back? I don't get it. Just, it looks like all weight would be in front and like none will be in the back. Because mind you, this is like without a driver, of course. So fluids would be in the back, I guess. But I'm not sure how do they measure front rear weight balance. Is it car with fluids or without fluids? So it's probably with fluids. But is the tank full or not? That could make quite a big difference as well. So many questions. But yeah, there you go. That was BMW Z8 from 2001. Again, a beautiful machine, very fun to drive in both original state and tuned state. And while this tune is pretty generic, this one here, it's still it just acts very good. Racing mediums, sure, that's something I would definitely recommend. What else? What could be adjusted? I don't know. I feel it's just about right. The only problem, since this is my kind of usual sports setup, and all of them are very similar, and then they kind of course, each car is different. Don't get me wrong. But still, in a sense, you got similar feedback from suspension. But and one can definitely, once you start playing with these things, difference can be significant. But of course, yeah, as a general rule, some things should be acknowledged. Engine model. You know what? So we still have some time. Let's go and see. Let's change to this one, and then go and see if there's any way to swap an engine on this car. It would be a bit of shame that we didn't test that, but no, there's no way to do it. And of course the modified one also has a wide body modification and wider tires as well. All that jazz. Slimmer profile tires, things like that. So yeah, that's about it. That's about it. I don't think the car is currently available. Like I said, it was just randomly selected pretty much to drive with it today, but yeah, that's it. Until the next time. We could drive this rough. Maybe I recently did Porsche comparisons, but I didn't include rough in it. Anyways, till the next time, have a good one.